Good evening. Good evening, peasants, Jason says. I'm not sure that's a good way to start the evening. Yeah, you'll have to bear with me this evening. I'm a little bit sort of out of sorts. Jason knows why. And those of you in the Discord obviously will know why as well. Various things happened in the UK yesterday, which has me re-examining a lot of things. You're awfully quiet, am I? Sorry. I'll turn the gain up on my microphone. 2 seconds. How's that? Is that better? That looks better, doesn't it? Not always a bad thing. Thanks. So, yes, we are... as the game sound is not coming through. Brilliant. Why is that? Tech issues already. Brilliant. Yeah, good now. Yeah, the game sound, I'm not seeing the game sound come through on there, so let's tweak that. So immediate just come in. Let's fiddle with the capture card just very quickly. Apologies. That might go black. Is that not giving us any game sound either, is it? Always a great start, isn't it? Let's turn that one off. Let's see. Hi, Dougie. Thanks for joining. I'm just having a little bit of technical issues, and we'll get started. That is not going to work at all. Right, OBS is decided that the video capture device does not want to capture sound. Honestly, it was all working. Well, no, it wasn't. I didn't actually test it. Let's go to defaults on that one. Oh, hello. You can see me. Hello, I'm there. Look, this is my new cushion. You haven't seen it yet. It's the cushion. We have various things. Right, I'm going to switch that back over. Nobody needs to see me. I look awful. Use custom audio interface. There we go. We have sound, but it's the wrong sound. Okay. Just scared you. I'm sorry. Right. It's still not coming through. Yeah, still not. Okay, so I don't know why we don't have game sound. That is quite disgusting that it's happened. Okay, I apologise. 2 seconds. I will get this working. Let's select the service and see what happens. We are going to be able to driver mode. Is it not? Properties, 26%. Monitor and output. How about if I turn all of those off? Bingo card already. Yeah, I'll get to the bingo in a second. We definitely haven't got any game sound. Okay, fair enough. Hello there, Techno. Thanks for joining. We are having a few little technical issues. Use custom audio device. Right. That has now completely gone. No worries, I have nothing to do. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just, like I say, we've got no audio settings for our game. They've now completely disappeared. Advanced audio properties. Settings. I've now completely lost audio settings. Brilliant. Output. Audio. Streaming. Use custom buffer size. Not that. That's great. Okay. I've lost everything. It's all gone a bit wrong. It's all gone Pete Tong. Advanced audio properties. Active sources only. There we go. Video capture device. We want that one. We don't want inactive, active, inactive. We want that one to be active. That's an outfit. How do I make that active? Volume. Do you do Train Sim Classic? No. Yeah, I've got some bingos to sort out, so we'll get that sorted in a moment. Unhide all. Active sources only. How do I make that an active source? Video capture device. No source selected. Properties. There we go. Right. Configure video. We don't want that. Device default. Yeah. It's not that. Capture audio only. No. Use custom audio device. Digital audio output. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Oh, started doing something then. I have a feeling it is to do with the capture card. He says, please don't tell me my capture card's on blink.
Was it cheap?
Huh?
Said it wasn't cheap.
It wasn't the cheapest, but it wasn't the most expensive either. I'm going to push lots of... He says, right, I'm going to go on and be right back, and I'll sort this. And if we don't have game sound, we might just have to run without game sound. Yeah, my voice is low because I'm not talking into the microphone. That's what it was. I'm trying to fiddle with the card. Come on. We have no... I've got absolutely no game sound at all. Let's turn monitor off. Let's take that off that one. It wasn't to do with that at all. Good grief. That's not it. Yeah, we might just have to run without... Oh, I have a feeling I know what it is. It might be an Xbox setting. I changed an Xbox setting. Right, 2 seconds. It might be on here. Volume and audio output. Audio setup. HDMI. Additional options. There we go. It's that. Is that it? No. Okay. It's not that. No, I think it is that. It's one of those settings. That's what it is. Audio output, stereo uncompressed. Stereo uncompressed. That one. Audio setup. Stereo uncompressed. Additional options. Allow pass through. Do nothing. Headset and speakers. Sacked in the morning. Possibly. Audio testing. Headset details. Hang on. Audio testing. Reset audio settings. Reset. It says I am not... I have my TV turned right up and I'm getting no... audio. This is not good. Oh.
Yay!
I have audio through my TV. It's still not coming through the video card. Why? Right, okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to run it. The game sound will be quiet, but it's coming through my television. And hopefully the microphone will work enough to pick that up. it might not. But we're going to go with it anyway. Unlock the doors. Let's get started. We'll do a bingo, because let's be honest, it's not the best start. Let's go. Tech issues. I'll break the stream. That is it, isn't it? That is that one. There we go. There we are. No. Oh, good lord. It's just one of those days. Right. Here we are then. We'll turn that right up. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Might as well do politics now, because it's going to happen. It is a little bit, I mean, yeah, okay. Politics. We'll do politics corner. It's going to happen, you're right. It is the reason why I'm out of sorts. I've been asleep most of the afternoon. Not that one. And it is because of various things that the government have announced for like benefits. Which one is it? Is that one? That's why I'm out of sorts. My brain is not with it. Is it Labour they wank? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what's happening. I've made a decision to leave, or leave a lot of the roles I had within Labour this afternoon or this morning, after not having much sleep. Yeah, I don't know about going reform techno, but certainly let's get right. I'm going to restart the service because we wasted so much time. So yeah, they made that announcement yesterday about disability benefits, and as a disabled person, I had to sit and think about whether that was the right thing to do. And after examining it and looking into it, I made a decision that it wasn't the right thing for them to do. The game's crashed on my screen. Yeah, it has. I'm going to... You're right. It's completely frozen. I'm going to shut down OBS. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, because I'm just going to restart. Hello, apologies about that. Let's see if it works now. Oh, we have game sound as well. So it was OBS. We have game sound, so we can turn that one down. There we go. That's working. So it was an OBS issue. It just needed a refresh. Who knew? So it should now have game sound. And me and everything. So yeah, it was OBS. They all pee in the same pot. None of them are good. I wish I could say anything different to that. I wish I could defend what's happening. And normally I would try, but tonight, I'm not even going to try and defend what Labour have done. I'm not. And I would be the first one to do that normally. I can't even defend it. My own MP, who I worked for, who I got elected, I supported to get elected, I worked through the elections. My own MP has been silent on it. He's not responded to my comments. He's not spoken to me. It's frankly disgusting. In fact, no, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Trigger warning and language warning is not just flipping disgusting, it's fucking disgusting. In fact, it's atrocious, it's vile, and all of them need to be lined up against the wall and shot. And I'm saying that publicly on YouTube. I don't care. That's how annoyed I am. And on that, we will move on. Let's get the train started. Yeah, well, I'm starting to feel like I've wasted 5 years, Jason. As you know, I've spoken to you about it. I truly just I feel broken about it. I really do. Utterly, utterly broken. So yes, we are on Cardiff. It came out yesterday. I didn't have a chance yesterday because of everything that was happening with Labour, and also giving notice of my impending marriage. Uh, I didn't have time yesterday to sit down and do a video and record any content for this route coming out yesterday. So this is for the channel. This is the very first look. So if you are just joining, welcome to Train Sim World 5 and Cardiff. We are giving it our first look. This is our first service on it, although I've played a few of the scenarios. Just before I went live, I was playing the St. David's Day scenario, which I've saved because I want to go back to it after the stream. And yeah. And so this is our first look. We are running a service to Cardiff. No, we're not. We are running a service from wherever it was we were, Corriton. Corriton. We're going from Corriton all the way down into Cardiff. I think we're going to Penarth. I didn't actually check. Yes, so we're doing Corriton to Penarth on this run. Unlock the doors. Maybe forget the first 21 minutes of the stream. Yes. So when it comes to watching the streams, if you are watching it back, just skip to 21 minutes in and you'll discover that we're making more sense than we are tomorrow. We are. Good grief. Yeah, just skip to 21 minutes. Skip the first 21 minutes, come in there, and that's where we're at. Thomas and Friends is out tomorrow. It is indeed. Yes, I'm looking forward to that one. I will be going live, hopefully, tomorrow from 10:15 a.m., all being well, with Thomas, and we'll be having a first look at that. It is scheduled on the channel, so hit the notification bell to be told of when I'm live. Hopefully no tech issues. Specky Starman need to be put in the bin and recycle. God. You guys aren't holding back tonight, and I don't blame you. I'm not even going to stop you. Normally I'd be like, that's enough now, but I'm not even going to stop. It is going to be a political free-for-all tonight. Maybe they can make something better than him. I'd quite happily stand for PM. I think I could do a better job. I probably couldn't do any worse. And I liked Starmer at the start. I even, as a Labour member, you get to vote to choose who becomes the leader of the party. And so when Corbyn stood down, and you had an election, when we had the elections for leader, I voted for Starmer, and now I'm sort of like, I don't know. It's all a bit chaotic, and I feel a bit lost. Which is why I didn't really sleep much last night, because I was going over it all. I was reading all about it. I was trying to go through the green paper, which is 80 pages long, and just trying to get my head wrapped around the whole situation, which I'm still trying to do. And you know, yeah, there's not an easy. It's unjustifiable, basically. As a disabled person, there's no way that I can support it. But yeah, we're going to move on. We are. You can carry on in the chat if you want, but we're going to move on myself. We're going to stop here in Rabina. I think that's how you say it. I have a Welsh friend of 25 years who would probably pronounce it better than I am. You're going to get your second bingo. We're going to go to the bingo card. We're going to get a second bingo because I will mention that on Saturday I'm going to this route. I'm going to Cardiff Central on Saturday. And so yeah, you get a bingo for that. So let's go. Mentioned being on the route. Where is that? Down there. There we go. No, not that one. That one there. So that's a bingo. Because I have actually been to Cardiff before, and I've been to Cardiff Bay, and I've walked alongside where the line goes down to Cardiff Bay. Yeah. We're not going to get into the immigrant side of it. That is something I'm not going to get into, because making comments about immigrants, whether right or wrong, legal or illegal, is just bordering on racism, and I'm not going to go there, Techno. So I would ask respectfully that you don't go there either. It's not, yeah, I probably will, that as well, but it just politically and just as a human being, there are lots of reasons why people flee their country and come to the UK, illegally, legally, whatever. It's not the immigrants' fault necessarily, it's the gangs, and that's what you need to go after. We need to go after the criminal gangs. So yeah, it's fine, it's fine. We'll move on from it. A Ribena, that's how you say it. Fair enough. Lock the doors. We are 2 minutes late. It's alright, we'll make it up. Grip it and rip it. Maximum revs. I could do with a Ribena. I've actually got a monster. Mango Loco, appropriately. Which I've just splashed in my eye. Shite. I've got mango I've got mango Ribena, mango monster in my eye. That stings. I'm blind. I need to claim more disability now, Labour. I'm blind in one eye. I'm not making a joke at Tasha's expense either. That really stings. Oh dear. How northern is a northerner? I can't. It's all going wrong. Overshoot. Good grief. We'll go to the next one down. It's just down there. Overshoot. Where's the overshoot? There. Mid 2. No. Mid 2. Mid 2. The bingos are falling down like dominoes. Technically, you could say it smells like Labour. True. Just fill the board. Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Just give you all a full house. Yeah. There we go, that's better. It looks like there's a love spoon down there. Let's go and grab that. Let's open the doors for the passengers before we do that. Those doors take forever. There's a love spoon. There we are. So how do you stream off the Xbox? I wanted to get into it, but I have no clue where to start. So originally, when I started streaming, it was on PlayStation 4, and Jason will remember the very first streams or the early streams. It was off PlayStation 4, and we did it. You can connect it to Twitch from console, and then I moved over to Xbox, and I did it straight from Twitch, straight from the Xbox into Twitch. Twitch is baked into the Xbox. YouTube isn't, but YouTube was on the PlayStation. And then I bought myself a fairly sort of budget laptop, about around £400 or so, and a capture card, and that's how I do it now. Which obviously lets me put all the overlays and graphics and things on that we have, and all the transitions and what have you, like the different scenes, the title screen, etc., etc., all of that, through OBS, which has sort of elevated my game a little bit and allowed me to go onto YouTube and do video content as well as live streams. But you know, the basic setup is just your console and YouTube or Xbox, whichever, YouTube or Twitch, whichever's baked into your console. So if you've got an Xbox, Twitch, you'll be able to stream straight to Twitch. So for example, if I just pause this, if I show you, if you go along to here, you also have the option to stream to Discord now. So you go into there, and it will load all your different Discords that I'm in, quite a few. Including that one. That's an important one. That is the most important Discord that you can be in. Of course, Tintin's as well as that. The Geek Squad, that's our Discord. And, oh look, the Train Sim World community. That's Jason's Discord. And then all the various others that I'm in as well. Yeah. So you go into there, and then you can and then you can go in and stream to one of the voice channels. That's one way to do it, and the other way is to go into here and go set up a stream. It will normally it will load. There we go. Live stream Twitch account. It said you can link your Twitch account. That's how you do that. Thomas branding, indeed. So you can do that to live stream to Twitch. I probably should cover that code up. But yeah, we are. And that's how you do that. Or a capture card and OBS or Streamlabs or one of the others. Streaming software that you can use. I think the Streamlabs and OBS are the two main ones. There you are. Twitch isn't that great for me. No, I'd go to YouTube if you can get a PC and a capture card, laptop, and do it that way. Stop at location next. We've opened the doors by mistake. Let's shut those. We are not doing very well here, are we? Need to concentrate. Let's get back to the service at hand. People are asking for YouTube to add to Xbox for streaming. Yeah, I mean, that would make it a lot easier. Even if Xbox came out with their own sort of share factory. I think PlayStation has share factory, which a lot of PlayStation content creators use. I know our friend Harry, he uses share factory, and Mr.Surtees for the farming sim stuff uses share factory as well to edit videos and that. I'm reporting you to TFC. That's fine. Beep boop. Stop spamming caps. Nightbot. Jason, do you want to sort Nightbot out and bring Techno back? Nightbot's misbehaving. Apologies, Techno. I'm not sure. Nightbot doesn't like. Yeah, quite. Let's keep the chat language clean as well, please. Only myself and Jason are allowed to swear. Oh, and Dougie as well. He's a mod. Yeah. Yeah, so Thomas is out tomorrow. We'll be having a look. I think Train Sim World official channel, they're doing a stream at the moment on the Thomas content, but I'll be watching it later. Night, go away, you. Good God. It's a mutual hate-hate relationship. He's there to he's basically there to keep you guys safe while you watch the channel. That's all he's there for. But obviously Nightbot has his own rules. possible we might get a spad. No, I think we'll be alright. Let's have a look. We're going to stop in time. Ooh. There we are. Right. Unlock the doors. It's a hate-hate relationship, mate. Matt will tell you. It's even Nightbot's way or the highway. Nightbot exists on the channel just as an extra sort of moderator tool to keep us safe from spammers and scammers and all that sort of nonsense. That's the only reason he's there. That's really it. And to just provide that little bit of information every now and then to remind people to, you know, like and subscribe and the server and all that. I mean, I could bin Nightbot off for good, I suppose. We could certainly do that. I feel like doing a mad landing again, like the one I sent you a little while ago. Oh yes, that was pretty impressive. I have to say, I couldn't do that. I would just face plant the ground at 300 miles an hour or something. I couldn't do it. Looks like the weather is changing for us. We've got some mist rolling in. We're off to Cardiff Queen Street, then Cardiff Central, Grangetown, Dingle Road, Penarth. That's our route. Our route on this run. And then we'll do another run from some other part of the service. We've got time. They're not long services. Dingle Road, what a name. I know. That's the Welsh for you. We can go up to 75 miles an hour along here. We probably won't make 75 before we need to stop again. But we'll excuse me. We'll open her up and see if we can make 75 before we have to stop. So 153 there. I think it's a 153. What are we in? We're in a 153 as well. Two 153s coupled together. Yeah. 54 miles an hour. 55. So, there we are. Place your bets now. Will we make it to 75 before we have to stop? That's what we need to know. 60. I'll read that in a second. 65. Mansfield and surrounding areas is quite funny. There's about 5 Mansfield roads and 1 Woodhouse road. Then in Woodhouse there are only Mansfield roads and random names. Yeah. Around our estate it's all ship names. Because it was the old Royal Navy College in this area. And then a bit further down the road it's all poet names. Which is why that area is called Poets' Corner. So we've got Shakespeare and Chaucer and stuff like that. But my estate is all ship names, like naval ships. Did I get an AWS ping? Looks like I did. Fair enough. I mean, we have to slow down anyway, so it's not a bad thing necessarily. We are going way too fast. It's probably not a bad thing. I was not paying attention there. I've got the Huthwaite accent, which is another surrounding area of Mansfield. I get it from my mother. You don't hear me saying H's or T's or any of that fun stuff. I understand. So you say things like, it's always otter. It's always better when it's otter in the water, which makes me sound even more West Country than I actually am. I can't do a northern accent because I just go into I just go into a West Country accent when I try it. Which would be weird if I went to Yorkshire, where my parents live, and tried to do that. I'd probably just sound like a complete weirdo. Yeah. Can you pass the butter? See, I can't. As soon as I start trying to drop my T's, I just go into a farmer accent. Proper West Country. Go and fetch the water from the well. We're speeding. So it's 15 along here. From Cardiff Queen Street. I've spoken to quite a few Americans before online. They always ask me to speak more clearly and slowly. Yeah, but I'm sorry, but most Americans don't understand anything that isn't Make America Great Again. To which my response is, MAGA should stand for Make America Go Away. Or if you really want to annoy Donald Trump, Make America Gay Again. That would work. Apologies to Americans, of course, if you're watching. But if you are American and you are watching, and you did vote for Trump, my question to you is, why? What were you thinking? In much the same way as I'd ask myself why I voted Labour now. Why? And that's Politics Corner Part 2. You're welcome. So we're coming into Cardiff Central now. I will be here on Saturday. I'm going from Plymouth to Cardiff and shopping for a wedding suit, as it is my wedding in August. So I need to find a groom's outfit, and hopefully my best man will find his suit as well. So, because Plymouth, as great as it is, doesn't have many suit shops. Try saying that quickly. We're going to Cardiff, kind of between where my friend lives, my best man, and where I live, and also my best man is Welsh, so he recommended that we go to Cardiff. Well, I suggested it, and he said it was a good idea. So that's what we're doing. Pretty sure Trump only got back into the president role because he said he'd bring TikTok back. The whole country went to knackers for 14 hours because of a rubbish Chinese app. Yeah, I don't really do TikTok, to be honest. At one point, I considered starting streaming on TikTok. And then I thought, no, not really. I don't really want to. I don't enjoy TikTok. Sometimes I'll see a funny video on it if Tash sends me a video or something. I'll go and watch the video and end up scrolling through. But I don't predominantly spend all my time scrolling through TikTok like some people do. I do that on YouTube instead. I'm just making sure they're standing behind the yellow line. Needs that shite now when you have YouTube Reels. Exactly. I much prefer Facebook Reels or YouTube Shorts, much better. Yeah, I mean, Facebook is okay. I don't really use Facebook an awful lot anymore, mainly for keeping in touch with my parents. I think I'm probably going to use it less now I'm not doing so much for Labour. That was one of the main reasons that I was on Facebook, was doing stuff for the Labour Party. But since I'm not going to be doing that anymore, I suspect that I will get even more usage out of Facebook than I already did. Yeah. I shall be trying to have a chat with my father tomorrow and get his views on it. He's quite politically minded and much more experienced than I am with politics. So I'll have a chat with him and see how I feel after that, I guess. as to where I go next if I go anywhere. Blue Sky is much better. I'm having fun on Blue Sky. I've got to be honest, I haven't used it an awful lot, but I am on Blue Sky. And I'll probably shut down my Twitter properly and go across to Blue Sky from now on. Again, that's something to do in the next couple of days. Grangetown then is our next stop. We'll go into 8 camera as we pull out of here. We got an HST. I love it. HST. Love them, missed them dearly. 43136 as we depart there. Gotta love an HST, haven't you? A class 43. We're limited to 15 mile an hour along here. That's a bit crazy. I wonder where that HST was off to, or if it was coming from somewhere, like Swansea or somewhere. Or maybe it had come in from the southwest, like Plymouth. Here's something for politics. Fudge them all. Quite. Unfortunately, as much as you say that, without politics, an awful lot would not get done. I know lots of people just have little interest in politics, but politics does actually influence our lives every day. You know, whether you think about it or not, there's always some form of politics involved. In a sense, at a basic level. I mean, that's putting it very, very basically. That's gotta love them all until Mexico get them and destroy them all. Yeah, this is one of the things. They're all sort of getting shipped to Mexico and South Africa and places. There's another one there. I just love seeing that. This is why, if we were to get Riviera Line or Plymouth to somewhere, or Exeter to Plymouth or something, and we had HSTs, I really hope that they get Lara Depot in, and we have all the HSTs lined up at Lara Depot. First name anymore, I call him Specky. Much better. Okay. So we can go up to 25 miles an hour now, so let's do that. Although we are having to slow back down to 20, so we'll go up to 20 and sit there as we come into Grangetown. There we go. So we're joining on to this existing line. Not a single line along here. There are various single line sections on this route. The line down to Cardiff Bay itself, which I've been to. It is the home of Doctor Who, of course, one of my favourite shows. And a few years back, they obviously had the Doctor Who experience there, which I went to. I've been to twice before it shut down. It was a lot of fun, that was. I really enjoyed it. It's not there anymore. He wants me to illegally park a plane into his current home. I'll do it for free. Alright, Techno. Unlock the door. As you did, I liked Specky at first, but now he's just... Yeah, I mean... seeing it as it is now, techno, it makes me feel like we gave Corbyn a horrible, tough time and a rough ride. Um, Unfortunately, not enough people believed in where he was coming from in his core ideology. Um, and they didn't vote for him. And of course, the 2019 election was the big Brexit election, and so people voted for that rather than voted for who they wanted in charge. But I think had we got Corbyn in, had we got Corbyn in, I think we would probably be in a better position. We would be living in a much fairer society. I don't know for sure. I mean, I might be just speaking out my backside, but it's just one of those things. It does make you think, doesn't it? I like Boris when he completely locked down the country. Yeah, the problem is that he didn't lock it down soon enough, techno, and then he lied, and then they partied while people died. You know, that was the issue, wasn't it? And I think people are not going to forget that in a hurry. But then we're in a position where Labour are doing awful things. There's no way to reword it. Anyway, I think we really need to leave the politics behind now and focus on what the stream is really about, which is trains. So yeah. I'm only seeing some messages in my chat box. Why is that? There we are. I sorted that. So Dingle Road, next stop, 1.7 miles. We can go up to 50. Fun times. Yeah, the world's in a real state right now, isn't it? I think all we can do is try to be kind to each other and sort of remain hopeful that things can only get better. To use a Labour song seems wrong, I realise, but if you take it away from the fact that Labour Party you've used things can only get better, I think it's a good motto to live by, that things can only get better. Always look on the bright side of life and all of that, to quote some more songs. Because let's face it, things can't get much worse. And I think that's the thing. We have to hold on and not lose hope, and just go forward in the belief that everything's going to be all right eventually. I suppose. Yeah, I know. I see what you mean. So Dingle Road, we're doing 40 through this bend. You can hear the flange squeal. I have hope that it improves. Yeah, no, I do. I do. I think that in many cases there are things that Labour are getting right, like renationalising the railways, for example. There are things that Labour are getting right, and they are 9 months in, but there are things that they are getting terribly, terribly wrong, unjustifiably wrong. And the announcement yesterday was one of those things. We are nearly at Dingle Road. I'm going to grab a drink. Yeah, I mean, the thing to remember as well, I'm trying to put a positive spin on it, it's very, very difficult. The thing to remember as well, the announcement yesterday was in line with their releasing the Green Paper, and there's a process that it has to go through in Parliament. So it starts with a Green Paper, Then there's a white paper. It's debated. It can be amended. They'll come out with another green paper, potentially another white paper. It then goes into legislation after various debates. It has to go through debates 3 or 4 times. And then it goes off to the Lords, essentially, to be debated in the Lords. And the Lords can send it back to be debated again in Parliament any number of times, I believe, if I'm remembering rightly. So it could go through Parliament and then the Lords reject it entirely and send it back to be amended. It could be that a lot of the Labour MPs that are rebelling, and there could be enough of them to force Labour to U-turn. So I mean, although it's shocking and it's disgusting what's happening, there is potentially room for Labour to put this right. And until anything's passed as a bill, it's not signed into law yet. That's the thing. And obviously they've got this statement next week, the spring statement, the budget and stuff, which the Tories are calling an emergency budget, of course, which is really not. And so all of this could just be torn up and thrown away. But it's the fact that they've even proposed it. I think that's the thing that's upsetting a lot of people, and has upset me. It's the fact that the Labour Party has even proposed these things in the first place. Rather than doing what people have asked for and go after the super wealthy. Because a tax of, I think they said yesterday, a tax of 2% on the super wealthy will raise something in the region of 10 to 22 billion, which covers the bill. It covers the black hole. And 2% tax on the super wealthy, that they have assets of a certain amount or more. 2% is nothing. 2% of their wealth is absolute pittance. But 2% of tax on the poorest is everything. And that's what Labour are not getting. That's the thing. I've done my reading. I've done my looking into it. There's more that I need to look into, of course, because these things are complicated and a lot can change in a day in the world of politics. So yeah, but that's where we're at the moment. You didn't push the light switch down properly. Oh dear. Good grief. Right, I don't know what's happening here. I seem to have stopped short of Dingle Road. He's not behind the yellow line. Move back. Any plans tomorrow then? Like I say, Thomas the Tank Engine is coming to Train Sim World tomorrow. So we will be having a look at that here on the channel. And other than that, no, I don't really have any plans. Take it easy, play some Thomas, do a bit of streaming, and then I think that's it. I don't think I've got anything else on tomorrow. Thomas is crazy. No, I think Thomas is a good idea. It's obviously that they're trying to bring on board the younger audiences and make the game accessible for all. So I'm supportive of that. Absolutely, I think that would be a good thing, especially if they then build on the Thomas stuff as well. I think that would be an interesting direction for them to take. And we all started our passion for trains somewhere, and most of us started our passion for trains with Thomas the Tank Engine anyway, so I think it makes sense. I've been asking for Thomas for years, so Jason knows I've been asking for Thomas for ages. Years and years and years. Almost as long as I've been asking for them to do the Riviera line. So I remain hopeful that that will happen. Because Thomas has happened, so they fulfilled one of my ambitions, or one of my dreams for the game. It just remains to be seen whether they fulfill the next one. And then as they do that, I'll have to think of something else. Portsmouth Harbour to Waterloo would be an interesting one to do, I think. So Penarth is the next stop. That is our final stop as well on this run. And we've still got about an hour to go. Is it... It's 17 degrees tomorrow and Friday, so I'll be having a nice walk. And on Friday, it'll be a nice bus trip to Nottingham for a day out. There may be a cheeky soft cinnamon pretzel. Fair enough. That sounds like a fairly nice end to the week. Like I say, I'm trying not to do too much because I'm going to be in Cardiff on Saturday, and that will require a lot of my energy. I'll be obviously travelling for 6 hours of the day, so I'll be travelling 3 hours to Cardiff, shopping in Cardiff for the best part of the day, and then 3 hours travel back. So that's going to be quite an exhausting day for me, especially with my fibro. So I'm trying to pace myself ready for that, because I'm going to need it. Although to be fair, I'm going to be sat on a train for 3 hours, so I can use that for my rest and get my energy up whilst I do that. And obviously 3 hours on the train coming home. I'll send you some later. Okay, thank you. Welcome back, Jason. You missed all the extended politics chat. I'll be in the stream now. That's cool. That's cool. So we're at Penarth. Let's have a quick look around. There's some sort of industrial buildings and things here. I don't know Penarth very well. There's a love spoon down there. We'll grab that before we jump off the service and end the route here. And then we'll jump on another route. Love spoons. 5 of 25. There we are. Obligatory train spotting pics. Yes, probably. I tend to take photos when I get to Plymouth. I'll no doubt take photos when I get to Cardiff as well. Absolutely. Right. It helps when you plug your yoke in. It would help if you're flying a plane. Yeah, definitely. You're going to be a bit stuck otherwise. Yeah, we've got a gold for that. I'll accept that. Return to timetable. Let's have a look at that. Who doesn't love cucumbers? Eh? I don't like cucumbers. My Facebook comments are going nuts since I put up about the events. I'm just getting little flashes of notifications on my laptop just coming across, popping up and then going away. And my comments on my post and things have gone absolutely bonkers. So, yeah. Right, I am being called to sort something out with Amelia, so 2 seconds and I'll be right back and we'll do another service. question. Oh, the 800 series of cucumbers. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to sort something out for Amelia. It's alright, we're back. So let's look at a different service. We've got the 153. Let's look at another 153. Cardiff Central to Caerphilly. I'm looking for Cardiff Bay. Barry Island, Cardiff Central. Where are the Cardiff Bay services? Where will they be? Cardiff Bay is 150. Is it? Okay. Let's have a look at one of those. Cardiff Bay. There we are. Cardiff Queen Street, Cardiff Bay to Pontypridd. 17 minutes, is that it? They're not a longest. They're not very long services, are they? We'll do one of those. Any airport suggestions? Any airport suggestions? I'd say Plymouth Airport, but it doesn't exist anymore. That's a contentious issue. But whilst we're having a go at Labour. Excuse me. Could do Cardiff. I do Bristol International Airport. Unlock our doors. Let's put our master key in. I did put the master key in, didn't I? Yep. Headlights. There we are, 150. Bristol it is, Southampton. Blow that up like someone did with their van outside the shopping centre today. Yeah, I heard about that. So while we're waiting to load our passengers very quickly, let's open this door. I'm going to jump out the front and grab that route map. And is there any Welsh cakes or anything here? Let's have a look. See what we can find. Nope, but there is a love spoon. Grab that. Oh, there was a cake. It's there. There we are. Right, we got that. We got that. We got that. Jump back on. Oh. Out of the way. Oh, there's some leeks. There we go. Grab those as well. There we are. Leeks. And we'll get in. Here. Like so. There we go. Lock the doors. Shame it wasn't at St. Mary's. Oh, shame it wasn't at St. Mary's. Sorry. Yeah, quite. There we are. Right. So yes, Cardiff. There's the Millennium Centre with no metal tower outside it. If you know your Doctor Who, you'll know that that is also the site of Torchwood. in a Doctor Who universe, it's not there. It's gone. But yes, been there, walked along this road. I've walked all along this road to the city centre. So yeah, been there, done that. Going there again this weekend. We can go up to 30 miles an hour. You know, I mean, I've got headphones on for the sounds, but the sounds, they could be louder, but they aren't bad. Oh, I didn't hear the AWS kicking off. Let's reset that. Put it into notch 7 and away we go. We are going too fast. There's only one service, for those of you who are interested, there's only one service with the HST on this route. But obviously there's various things that layer in, like the HST, for example. I'm not sure, does the Flying Scotsman layer into this as an AI service, Jason? I can't remember. I think it's just the HSTs. I haven't seen anything else. Although it would be good to have maybe see a 166, although they don't really go this way anymore. Believe so, but I'm unable to find out what time the rail tours are. Yeah. .166 are layered in. Yeah, I thought they probably were, but I haven't seen any. I'm pretty sure they run from like Bristol into Cardiff, and from like places like Oxford and Didcot, the 166s. But they certainly used to. So this is Cardiff Queen Street. One an hour, replicating the Portsmouth runs, as that's what they do now amongst other places. Yeah, okay. Portsmouth to Cardiff. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Cafes is the next platform then. Next station stop. Let's ease off the throttle. You know, it's a nice day in Cardiff, we'll open the window. Why not? We can even put the fan on, but it's quite loud. I'm not even going to lie, that is ridiculously loud. It's like a million angry hornets cried out all at once. Look, let's hear it again. It is like an army of angry hornets. Insane. There we are. Interesting bit of information there. Lock our doors, we'll be on our way. So our next stop is Llandaff and then Raddy. Or Radder. Or Radar. I don't know. Welsh names. I think it's Raddy. The double L is always pronounced cl. I know that much from my Welsh friend. I suppose what we need to do as well, since we're in Wales, is try and pronounce the station with the really long name. And I do know roughly how to say it. Rad-er. Yeah, that's what I thought. I know it's Llantysilio. Well, it's not quite Llantysilio. Llantysilio is close by. Well, Llanfwepwyl Gwyngerl Gogerlich Llantysilio Go Go Gotch is apparently the full something like that. I may have butchered it somewhat. Llanfwepwyl Gwyngerl Gogerlich Llantysilio Go Go Gotch. I may have mispronounced a little bit. Here's a Google pronunciation for it.
Llanfair Pwll Gwyngyll Goger Chwrndrobwll Llantysilio Gogogoch.
There we are. That's the actual pronunciation for the really long place name. Unfortunately, we don't go there, so on this map, we don't need to. Most people call it Llanfwsilio Gogerich, Or Go-Go-Got. Or Clan Tacilio. So this is Clandaff that we're coming into in 2 miles. We will go up to 70. Pick up our speed. Ooh, that's interesting. I have a bug. Well, from down there it goes away, but if I go up, all of a sudden, there's an interesting thing. How strange. There we are. Screenshot that. I think it's already been bugged. So I did do a run down to Clandaff earlier on. I think it's one of the scenarios. So I roughly know where I need to start slowing down. This part of the route I'm learning. What was it? It was one of those sort of weird, sort of circular things. If I can see if I can get it to come up again. It was on the exterior camera view and it came up. You can just see it at the edge of the frame there. See that sort of semicircular thing? Yeah. There. Stop now. I'll try and get a better shot as we leave Radio. White things, yeah, it's known. Yeah, I thought it probably was. I just wasn't expecting to see it myself. There we are. There you go, there's a better shot of it. So up to 55 miles an hour, we're going to Rada. Only a short hop away. Yep, no worries. was going to try and move forwards a bit, but the train doesn't seem to want to do that. So we'll stop here instead. That's not my train. That's my train now. DTG do like their diggers, don't they? There's a few of them there. I'm just having a quick scan around for any love spoons or Welsh cakes or anything else. Oh, lots of smoke out of there. That doesn't sound too bad. Like I say, it doesn't sound too bad. It probably needs to be tweaked a little bit and turned up just a notch or two. But other than that, it's not too bad. Probably better if you've got headphones on, like I have at the moment. Sounds a bit better. Lock our doors. And then we've got half an hour. We'll do another service. We'll do another short hop from some other part of the map. There we go. Return to timetable. Let's see what we've got available to us. We've got some shunting services. They only take a couple of minutes. We're looking for Corriton to Cardiff Central. Cardiff Central to Bagode. In 10 minutes. 25-minute service. Cardiff Central to Mersefield Tidfield. That is Cardiff Central to Raleigh. So yeah. Cardiff Central to Raleigh. Corriton to Penarth. 38 minutes. We'll do that one. I think. Or should we do that one? 21 minutes. We'll do that one. We'll do a 6:09 service, Barry Island, home of Gavin and Stacey, of course, to Bargode. I think we'll run that one. We can always come back and do other services another time. I'm just thinking we've only got about 20 or so minutes left. 25, 20 minutes, something like that. I don't know. By the time we picked a route and got into it, we won't have much time at all. Get that on. Get the master key on. We'll get the headlights on. And the desk lights, like so. Put our master key into on. Why? There we go. Have I just turned the tail lights off? No, they're on. That's fine. So we're running a 4-car 150 service formed of 152 something, 150 208 and 150 237. Yep. So those are our units for our run. From here down to Heath. This is not quite Barry Island, but we've come from the Barry Island. This is a Barry Island service, wasn't it? So Heath to Gogan, I think, is our run. Bearing in mind that we potentially come from Barry Island. I don't know. Thought we were going to Barcode. Yeah, this is going to Barcode, but we're not going all the way there. Lock our doors. And then, so service, there must be service going to Barry Island on that end. Yeah, Barry Island, there we are. Eastbrook, Dinas Powys, Caddoxton, and Barry Docks, and Barry Island. There we are. Oh, I've opened the doors again. This should have been longer. Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have been able to go all the way into Barry Island. Potential for extensions, I suppose. Why aren't I moving? The doors are open. There we are. My brakes weren't releasing. I don't know what happened. There we are. Grip it and rip it. Let's go. To be fair, this should be longer. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I think it's not a bad route at all. You know me, anyway, Jason, I quite like the commuter routes. But yeah, I do feel it could have been a bit longer in places. I kind of feel like this is the spiritual successor to Cathcart Circle. There's a lot of similarities. Apart from the fact that it's not a full circle. Unlike Cathcart Circle, where you can go from Glasgow Central around a loop and come back to Cardiff Central, you can't do that on this route. Because it's, of course, there isn't a sense of doing a circle. I suppose you could go up to there and come back and go round and come back in Cardiff that way. But like I say, that's not actually a circle as such there. So, not really. But the idea is there. It does feel like a bit of a successor to Cathcart, which was another route I loved. I've spent a lot of time on Cathcart Circle. I will hasten to add. Those water effects are quite nice. I quite like that. They're not the worst we've ever had on Train Sim World, that's for sure. Anyone remember Isle of Wight and the awful water graphics we had there at one point? Yeah, I remember. Just waking everyone up at 6:15 in the morning. Not really supposed to use the horn before 8 a.m. So what? Good morning, Wales. Speeding quite a bit. And completely unaware that I needed to stop here. Somehow, I pulled it off. Not sure how I did that. That's a bit questionable. Camera's having a bit of a time of it there. I saw somebody, I think it was either on Facebook or somewhere, somebody commented on how empty the trackside environments looked, but I can't say that I agree with his comment, because it doesn't look empty to me. Certainly doesn't seem lacking to me. I don't know where on the map he particularly was. I mean, sure, you know, there's certain areas of it that obviously do look empty, but to me, for the most part, I mean, all the main Cardiff bit is there. You know, all the various bits. So I don't understand the issue. Hey ho, some people will. What headlight are you using? Why? The right headlight. Is that not correct? You're going to tell me it's not now, aren't you? Lock doors. Have I opened the wrong doors? I've opened the wrong doors. Legally, drivers are obliged to use night headlights between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. regardless of whether it's daylight or not. What's the night headlight? Is that the left one, is it? Is that better? He says, speeding and try and get the camera to behave. Oh, look. Hello. There's that asset again. Nope. White mark. Yes. Okay. The problem is they're labelled left and right on here, not day or night. Like most other units, they're labelled as day or night lights, aren't they? On this one, it's right or left. I shall have to remember the right headlight is a daytime light and the left headlight is nighttime. Is that right? I would imagine so. The reason for this is if you're running a twilight service, you can't change the lights mid-service, otherwise it's teas and biscuits. Oh, is it? Mm. So we've got the Principality Stadium over there. Left is night, right is day. You're going to have to send that to me or something because I'll forget. So we're in nighttime lights at the moment. Left. See, that didn't sound too bad, passing there. That 153. The 153 sounds great. Volume probably need tweaking a little bit, but I actually think this is all right as routes go. I know that Rivet were heavily involved in this. The extent of the involvement, I don't know. I just know that they were heavily involved. Apparently. I mean, they don't even know where... Oh, well, there's a 166. Oh, I think everyone's disappeared. Seen you arriving. Yeah, no, there is a 166 down there. There we are. One 166-219. So I was saying about it earlier, and there's one there, so that's good. I'm glad we've seen that. And of course we got the HST in there as well. I'd like it if they put a 166 on a drivable service from somewhere, but hey ho. Just the fact that it was in there is nice. Excuse me. Everyone else seems to have gone a bit quiet. I don't know. I think Techno's gone to crash planes. Dougie was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here. Haven't seen Harry. But Harry generally watches later. Let's lock our doors. Excuse me. Your loyal subject. Yes, well. I appreciate you. You're always here. It means a lot. It really does. Especially with the awful day that I've had today. It does mean a lot. So, appreciate it. So up to Cardiff Queen Street, then down to Heath. I say up because it is a slightly elevated section. Interesting configuration through here. Because you've got the elevated section there, the HST. That is awesome. I love that. That's probably going out down to the West Country. What a moment. That was cool. I love that. So you've got the elevated section for that main line. And then another elevated section above that going around to Cardiff Queen Street. Quite a feat of engineering. Of course, you've got Isambard Kingdom Brunel to thank for that. Watching in the background whilst writing a complaint email. Oh, God. What are you complaining about, Dougie? Let me know if you need any help with anything. I'm more than happy to help you complain about something. The lighting effects are really good as well. I'm enjoying the lighting effects in this. Want me to make you smile? You can certainly try. Are you about to give me a joke? Should we quickly jump out and see if there's anything to grab in the way of leeks and love spoons and what have you? I think I might have grabbed them earlier. That's a great lighting effect. I love that. It's really well done. Credit where it's due on that one. I think we may have got the bits and pieces that we need to get along here. Well, there's a route map. Well, we'll have a look for those later. Another time. Let's get this done. Look at Discord. 2 seconds. Oh. Discord. Why am I not getting a Discord notification? There we go. Oh dear. I knew you'd probably use it. There we are. Brilliant. I don't know what I did with my vape liquid. I'll sort that out later. Nope, that's gone. That's an empty one. Oh no. So off to Heath, 2.5 miles or so. Up to 65 miles an hour we can go. For our final stretch. We'll do some 8 camera. I wonder why it felt a bit cramped. Got that door open. The mist and fog has just magically disappeared. That was a bit interesting. There was no sort of smooth transition, it just went. It's still cloudy, but the fog's not there. Late as always. Yep. It's within that 4 minutes. It's fine. It's within the 4 minute window. I'm alright. That wasn't a bad stop. Mind you, if I stop anywhere on the platform, it's a good stop. Set the DRA. There's no other reason for it other than I can. We're stopping here. We're departing the service here. That's that. The end of the service and the end of the stream. As always, it's been fun. Apologies for the technical issues and the politics for those of you who aren't interested in that. Been watching Banbury Railcam a bit recently. That sounds interesting. Yep, so that's us for the evening. Like I say, all being well and technical issues aside, we will be back tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night, tomorrow daytime. With Thomas for the launch of Thomas and a sort of first look stream. All the information you need can be found on the channel. There is a scheduled stream there. 10:15, so that allows us the sort of 15 minutes to get it downloaded and what have you and installed, and then we will take our first look at it, all being well indeed. Hopefully no tech issues. So all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for joining tonight. I shall see you on the next one, which is probably tomorrow. Take care for now. Bye bye.